had a piggy bank, okay, and I have taken out all the money and gone and bought my parents a wind chime.
Yeah.
And now when I think about it, it was so lame because it was a Mickey Mouse wind chime. There are moments of self-doubt where my mom, in fact, she told me that, listen, sometimes when you don't believe in yourself, you have to put faith in somebody who believes in you. When I shoot, my parents don't call me up. But the number of calls I got that day saying, have you done your first shot? How's it going? How's it going?
She looked best with Allu Arjun.
House in a mess, homework not at all. Fight while she's on the phone.
Oh, yeah! She's my princess.
Yeah.
You don't tell them a thank you enough because they really do a lot.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's why Mother's Day is great to have.
Hi everyone, this is Avinash Lohana and you're watching Pinkvilla. For this special Mother's Day episode today, I'm in conversation with my favorite Pooja Hegde and the lifeline of the Hegde household, her mother, Lata Hegde ji.
Woo!
Hello!
Our first interview together.
I'm so privileged.
I'm excited about this.
Yeah,
I'm
very
a little
excited.
nervous.
Very excited. I think this is going to be a fun conversation.
Okay, great, I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah, and you know, I must tell you, I've known Ma'am Pooja for very long. So
Yeah.
whenever we have these conversations in my head, I think I know her a lot. But now with you today, I think you're going to spill some more beans about her.
Yes, I am going
Oh
to.
my god. Okay.
Yeah, now I'm excited.
Yeah, okay. You are excited. I'm nervous now. The tables have turned.
Ma'am, I want to ask you from the first question, which I really want to know about Pooja. How was she as a child?
She was quite a reserved child, a little bit of an introvert, but at the same time, she was a very creative person. You know, she would get onto a computer and draw these. You know, we used to have those days IBM computers, and she used to draw this pictures. You know, there's one thing she had done, circles in my head.
Yeah.
You remember? And she was also a very sensitive child because both of us were working.
Yeah.
And she would go to sleep early. Then she would write a note for us saying, "Wake me up when you come back." So, also, and much as though she was a reserved child, somewhere in her head she was quite an ambitious person also. It was a very funny combinations, you know.
Yeah.
Because on one side she was very quiet, but at the same time, you know, when you'd come home, we'd catch her watching a show. I don't know if you remember, there used to be a show called The Lives of the Rich and Famous.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, and she used to be watching those shows, and I used to look at her and say, why is she watching these shows?
How old was she?
10?
Wow.
I don't even
I don't
remember,
know.
but I mean, even though there used to be a show called MTV Cribs.
Yeah, of course.
That was the other one that I used to watch, and I was like, whoa, like people live like this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think sometimes I'm still that introverted, shy person.
Yeah.
My job makes me kind of be a lot more, but inherently I still am that person.
Yeah.
She used to have those headphones on, and she'd be always saying, "What are you doing?"
Huh.
And she would be, you know, listening to some music, and I guess it prepared her all for her career ahead. I
Yeah.
don't know, because I used to say, "What is she doing all the time? She's on her headphones." I couldn't understand it much then, but also used to watch a lot of South Indian films.
I used to like just in general like I mean I loved arts and
Yeah.
crafts
Yeah.
and all of those things. I think maybe you know how they say that when you're really shy you just find a way to express yourself, and that's
Yeah.
through the work that you're doing. Maybe you know, even this, I remember circles in my head was
Yeah.
just like it was just a face which had a circle and it had many
Intersecting circles,
intersecting thoughts in that head, you know. So I don't know, I think maybe I was just
Yeah.
probably expressing myself through whatever I was drawing and stuff. But I remember learning songs and the lyrics and you know that kind of a thing. And I remember when we went to shoot Mukunda, there was a song I did called Gopi Kamma.
Yes.
And my mom had travelled with me for that
Yeah.
song, and I remember getting the lyrics of the song the night before we had to shoot it. And they had given me the lyrics and the song at night, and I was sitting and reciting it and doing it again. And I remember telling me that this is like when you were a kid and you used to listen to music and learn the lyrics. This
Yeah.
is like kind of pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
how
I
are
was
you going to
so
do it?
amazed, and the next day she did it.
No, but as much as I have also heard about Pooja from my friends from the business, everyone has always said that she's very, very hardworking. Everyone has maintained that. So you were destined for this, I'm sure.
Yeah. I think for sure, for somebody who doesn't come from any filmy background, you know, too introverted, shy, stage fright, to
Yeah.
make it till wherever I have made it, it has been like, you know,
Yeah.
touch wood, like divine intervention mixed with hard work. And I think the industry kind of picked me, you know, I always
Yeah.
say that. I
That's
say
true.
that most people pick what they're doing. I feel like I've just been called to this. So
Yeah.
for a lost child to land up on a set someday and just feel like, wow, this is what I want to, you know, make. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life,
Yeah.
was a good day.
Yeah, and you're a pan-India star now.
But she also is like, you know, whether it was our birthdays, she'll make all those little cards.
Oh,
and
amazing.
she'd make it a
Huh.
point to make it special. In fact, we've got a full file of all the cards that they have made for us and all the little notes that they have written.
And remember on your anniversary, I bought you all a. So I had a piggy bank, okay,
Yeah.
and I have taken out all the money and gone and bought my parents a wind chime.
Yeah.
And now when I think about it, it was so lame because it was a Mickey Mouse wind chime, and I don't know why I thought that it was the right gift to give my parents. And they were all like, wow, it's so nice,
Yeah.
let's put it outside the window. And I'm like, now when I think about it, I was so.
No, but I think it's a thought, no?
Exactly.
For
It's a
you,
thought.
as a child, Mickey Mouse attracted you.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
be it.
I agree. And we'll get more into this. But I want to ask you, are the Hegdes foodie? Do you all love food?
It's all about the food.
Yeah?
Yep.
You all love food, and I've
Yeah.
heard that seafood is apparently you all really enjoy.
Yes, very much.
Yeah.
So we have arranged a Mangalorean food spread for you all today.
Okay.
Oh.
And we are very excited to dig in with you all on that.
Very
Should
Great.
we call for
Call
it?
for
Yes,
it.
sure.
Let's do it. So the food is here.
Yes.
Yeah, so firstly tell me, what do you enjoy the most in seafood?
Crab, fish. This is like the perfect meal right here. Because
Amazing.
there's kori roti, which is one of my favorites. So I'm very happy.
Amazing. Ma'am, for you?
For me, fish. I prefer fish over any other. I mean, she loves crabs.
Yeah.
Crab.
But for
Prawn
me,
also,
yeah,
I
for
love.
me, it's the bangure and the butai.
Yeah, that's
the
the.
sardines and those are the hardcore fish eaters eat.
Amazing. But at home, what do you guys cook more? What is a frequent meal, or what is your comfort food? Ke chalo aaj sab saath mein hai, let's cook this.
For us, my comfort food is fish curry rice.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And
Home food is comfort
Yeah,
food for
yeah.
me. I think because I'm traveling so much that whenever I come home, sometimes it doesn't even have to be hectic. It can
Yeah.
just be khichdi.
yeah.
You know, like I find that so satisfying. Like sometimes when I come back from a long schedule, my mom's like, what do I make for you? You know, come on, tell me. And I'm like, can you make khichdi? And she's like, khichdi? But that I can make in 15 minutes. So I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, can you please? She's like, yeah, okay, fine. That's easy for me. So I feel
Yeah.
like simple home food is the best.
But what is mama's favorite for you?
Kori roti, chicken sukka, her biryani also is outstanding. So
Wow.
Thank you.
We should start digging in, and then we can talk more
Yes.
about
Yes.
this also.
Sure, sure.
I want to know, since this is a Mother's Day interview, and
Yeah.
you know, I think mothers and daughters are always very close. I think after a while they also become friends, you know,
Yeah.
almost like confidants.
Yeah.
Ma'am, do you remember when you started forming that bond with Pooja and you felt, you know, now it is important that we become friends?
I don't think there is a particular stage where that transition really happens, because maybe I'm a little old school. I feel ki they have a lot of friends out there.
Yeah.
They need a parent also, you know. So it's good to be a parent where they can look up to who sets the rules,
Yeah.
you know.
yeah, I think my parents always said that you all have enough,
Yeah.
you know, friends, but you all have only one mom and one dad. So don't like, you know, we're not gonna be your friends. We'll be your parent, and that was something that we really respected, and we thought that. So we're not like friends, but at the end of the day, they're my parents.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't really distinguish. I cannot explain it to you, but we don't cross the boundaries with them, and we don't have that. We come from a very typical South Indian upbringing.
But that doesn't mean that we don't talk to each other or we don't know about each other. And that free flow of communication, we've always kept it. And as a mother, you know everything what your kids are doing, whether they tell you or don't
Yeah.
tell you. That's the,
Yeah.
you know, they think they, you know,
That
mom
we
doesn't
don't know.
But we've also been daughters.
Yeah. But you know, you are also an outsider, Pooja. You come from a world where you don't have a godfather in the business. So, ma'am, when she was stepping into this business, were you nervous for her as a parent?
I was definitely concerned, okay, but not overly concerned because, you know, like I told you, she's quite a balanced person,
Yeah.
and I used to travel with her in her initial days.
Yeah.
With every shoot, I was there. So, you know, just being around made me feel good.
Yeah.
You know, just being there. Like,
But you mean concerned, like in like what way?
In the sense, you know, you feel protective about the kid. It's a very new space. Sometimes, if God forbid, if it doesn't work out, and the kid also gets a little cagey, you have to keep motivating the kid. You know, saying that will happen. That belief comes from somebody you really love.
definitely, because like she said, the industry, the films found her. She was
Yeah.
not really going out there seeking to be an actor.
Yeah.
In fact, I think after she won Miss India, for almost 2 years, she kept getting offers and she kept saying no. for
Oh,
films.
really?
Yeah. And I was the one who told her one day that, you know, you got to make a choice.
Yeah.
You can't just keep, every time something comes, she says, should I do it? Oh, no, but I don't know. I've never done any acting. I don't know about this. No. So it was going on and off.
Yeah.
And then I told her when she got the Tamil film, I told her just do it because everybody goes to learn acting.
Yeah.
You're going to get paid to figure out whether you can act or you can't act.
Simple. She was
Yeah.
like, normally people pay to learn acting. Here they are paying you. So,
Yeah.
So I said,
do it. What's the big thing?
I said, what's the big harm? We'll go to Chennai. I'll be there with you. You figure it out whether you like it, because one thing is certain: if you don't like what you're doing, you can never be good at it. So I said, you see if you enjoy the experience, because
Yeah.
it's something that you have to do every day. You've got to be excited about getting up and going in the
Yeah.
morning to
Yeah.
work. So we went to Chennai, and it was her first experience, and she loved being in front of the camera.
But I think there are times like, you know, when you obviously feel low. I mean, I never thought it won't happen for me, believe it or not.
Sure.
I don't know, somewhere, call it delusion, call it, I really don't know what, but I was like, it's gonna happen. But obviously when things get delayed and, you know, you're just like, when is it gonna happen,
Yeah.
right? And there are moments of self-doubt where my mom, in fact, she told me that, listen, sometimes when you don't believe in yourself, you have to put faith in somebody who believes in you, okay? And put faith in that person. So if
Yeah.
I am saying that it's going to happen, and if you
Yeah.
trust me, just put that faith in me that
Yeah.
I'm saying that it's going to happen.
Yeah.
So that was really like, you know, okay, fine. If she believes it, then, and I know I believe her, so
Yeah.
it may just happen, you know. So there are these moments where she says something, and then I'm like, okay, I'm up.
Yeah.
Let's go do this
Yeah.
again, you know.
Yeah. And see how it turned out.
Yeah. I mean,
Ma'am, you remember the first time, the feeling that you saw her on screen? What was that feeling like?
good question. I want to know.
I'm so proud of her.
Really?
Yes, and I was in awe because I had never imagined that my daughter would be up on the screen. So it's a surreal feeling because, I mean, when you look at the film at the first time, you're not being, there's no logic there.
Yeah.
It's just that, what a fab job your daughter has done.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because coming from where she has come, and none of us were from the industry, and it just happened. So, like she always says, God is my godfather. That's true,
Yeah.
you know.
But they are very critical about my work to
Are
me.
they?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
They are super critical.
That is because we have to give her the right feedback.
Yeah.
But if you ask me my feeling, I was super proud because, I mean, I have seen her actually go through those shoot days and the good days and the bad days and days of self-doubt and what are we doing? Are we doing the right thing? Whatever, it goes on because,
Yeah.
I mean, all of us go through that. But when you finally see it on screen there and you say, wow.
Even when you're talking, I can
Yeah,
feel
I'm
it.
very
You see,
proud.
there's a lot of honesty when you say that. That you really,
I
she's
feel
very
like this
proud
is my
of you.
open house and you know you're the parent-teacher
yeah.
meeting and you're taking my...
But you know, I want to go back to ma'am what you mentioned about, you know, giving her the choice to select, and it is so important as a parent because a lot of times, even when I have grown up, I have seen a lot of parents taking or making choices for their kids, saying that, you know, we want to guide you, we want to make sure you go on the right path, which is also done with a lot of good intention. But maybe the right way of parenting is to let them be and learn from their own mistakes.
Yes, very much, because see, children need to be guided.
Yeah.
But also, I think the very important fact is children don't do what you tell them to do. They do what you do.
Yeah.
So as a parent, I think the most important is how you lead your life yourself. Because if you are honest with whatever you are doing, whether it's with your children or being in the house,
Yeah.
that's what they emulate. That's one thing. And secondly, also, as children grow older, you'll realize that you can't tell them, do this, do that, because then they... So it's always good to say the choice is yours, but this is what we think are the options.
Yeah.
And this is what we are leaning towards. But they have to make the decision, because tomorrow they have to walk on that path.
Yeah.
You can't push anybody to do anything. That
Yeah.
doesn't work. That is if you want them to excel.
Who are you more scared of, mama or daddy?
Both. We are very scared of both. Because like my dad looks like the chilled one, and
Yeah.
he's all like laughing and joking,
Huh.
and he doesn't get angry very fast. But if he gets angry, then you know we have to like run for cover. So which is why I feel like she gets angry, and then within like 30 seconds she's back to normal. So it's really interesting to watch, because my brother and she have the same kind of temper. They both get angry really fast. Then there'll be like a a war happening. Like they're just like, we are all like, what is going on? You know, they're like
Between her and
shouting
Rishabh.
they're shouting at each other and stuff. Then and I'm like, big issue has happened. And then in 30 seconds, both of them are best friends again. So I've never understood. I'm just like, how could, but like, y'all were just like, really like losing your minds. You know, what's going on? And my dad and I were similar in that way, in terms of that we don't get angry fast. We take, but we're like, so it's very interesting to see. So we don't, mess with both of their angers.
No, I
We
think
just
it's good to have a healthy argument or a discussion with your children.
Yeah.
You know?
discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, and I think as a parent, no two children are the same.
Yeah.
My son is completely different in terms of personality, and she's completely different. So the way we interact, or I interact, also is different with the two children.
Yeah.
You know, so with him it's more open discussions. With her, it's a different style. So I think that's the beauty of parenting.
But we're scared of both. Both of us were scared of our parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a fun game to play with you guys. It's to know how well do you guys know each other. I'm going to give you 2 slates, ask you similar questions.
Okay.
You'll have to write the answers there and then
Yeah.
show it to the camera together. Should we
Sure.
do it?
I'm
Yeah,
excited.
Let's go for it. But even before I start asking these questions, I want to ask you, who do you think Pooja looks best on screen with?
She looks best with Allu Arjun, with Hrithik, Roshan.
See, this is, so the moms give you the honest answer.
Yeah,
because we
yeah.
have to give you the diplomatically.
I was just going to ask you now.
All of them.
The others also is good enough. But
Yeah.
I mean, asking best, then I
Yeah.
can't name everybody.
Of course.
But even Salman was good.
Yeah. I agree. I agree with all the 3 names. That's
Okay.
true. Maybe Pooja makes them look good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So the first question.
Yeah.
Okay. Pooja, and ma'am, you also have to write the answer.
yeah.
Who is Lata ji's favorite actor?
Okay.
So the answers have to match. Let's show it. Amitabh Bachchan sir, Amitabh ji, bilkul.
Oh.
And Pooja has worked with him recently.
Yeah. And
I was most excited about
when
that.
I shoot, my parents don't call me up.
Huh.
But the number of calls I got that day saying, have you done your first shot? How's it going? How's it going? I was like, wait, I've not yet met him.
Acha, mom didn't go on the set
No,
this.
yeah,
Oh.
you should come though. Yeah,
so
next time.
Next time. Next one. What does Pooja like to do in her free time?
Okay.
Yeah? Let's go for it.
What has she said?
Chill in her pajamas in front of the TV. Sleep, watch movies and shows.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But I love the detail because this is
Yeah.
exactly me. I am exactly this person. I go home, get into my pajamas,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, I just like to be.
Yeah.
Which is Pooja's favorite holiday destination?
One? Or
One, just one.
She has actually 2.
Should I write 2?
New York, London. Oh my
Yeah.
god, you all are very bang on. Now give one galat answer for content, please.
That's why I said there's not 1, there's 2. She'll always run there whenever she has some time.
Yeah. Love it.
Amazing place though, yeah. True. Pooja, what is one thing that you and Rishabh did while growing up that really got your mother angry?
This is a tough one because
Yeah.
this could be a bunch of things.
Got me really angry.
Yeah, you can give us list, Pooja can write one thing. Okay, let's go for it.
I wanna
1,
see what
2,
you
3,
written.
go.
House in a mess, homework not done.
Oh. Fight while she's on the phone.
Oh, yeah! Yes, I forgot about it.
Homework not done and house in a mess and all. I don't think you were that issue.
Yeah,
We
but-
were like,
Yeah.
but this, oh my
Yeah,
god.
Tell
correct.
me about this.
Yeah.
She
right.
would.
Or when I'm watching a program, which is really interesting.
Me and my brother would be fighting.
Yeah.
And most often she'd be
Yeah.
on the phone and we'd be fighting and she's just like, every time I'm on the phone you're all fighting. So then it was like a thing that if you'll fight when I'm on the phone, you're
Yes,
not gonna
that's
get
true.
it from me, you
Yeah.
know.
I've forgotten. Look, my God, that's
Yeah.
true, but.
What would Pooja be if she weren't an actor? Yeah, let's go for it. Something to do with fashion or photography, designer. Nice. Pooja, what is your mother's favorite song?
Song.
Yeah, something that she really loves.
This is a tough one. I'll tell maybe a movie that I think it's from.
That's okay.
Huh.
1, 2, 3, go. On these songs.
No. तुमको जो पसंद हो वही बात करें.
Oh, amazing
Oh.
song. See, you're also learning so much about.
Yeah, I
What was
thought
this?
it would be the Andhi
Andhi,
movie
no.
song.
That was. This is the one which with Sharmila Tagore.
Yes.
That song.
Yeah. Last time when I met Pooja, also discovered she also sings really well.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
But I love the Andhi songs also. They are my favorite too.
Yeah.
But this one is like really special.
Amazing. Which subject did Pooja hate the most in school? Both are ready, so I'm sure you'll have the same answer here.
Actually, I don't know if she's. There were 2 subjects. I'm
Yeah,
gonna write.
actually, yeah.
Chemistry and maths?
I
hated them.
hated chemistry
Yeah,
and maths.
more. Yeah, actually, chemistry more than maths.
Yeah.
Last one. What do you think Pooja should look or looks for in a prospective partner?
What she should look for?
Yeah.
She should look for somebody who's very understanding. Okay, who understands her very well. I think this is the most important thing for a successful marriage is a good partnership.
Yeah.
So, looks fade after a few years. Being able to have intelligent conversations, being able to respect that person. If you can't respect the person you're going to live with, your husband, it's very difficult to have a life with that person.
Yeah.
So I think she has to have a partner or marry a person whom she can look up to, who inspires her, and who also encourages. So both the
Yeah,
who
both ways.
encourages her,
Both ways, absolutely.
and who she can also look up to, and
And he can look up to
and
also.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. It's vice versa.
Absolutely.
And she's a very sensitive person. So
Yeah.
someone who takes care of her little things, you know,
Yeah.
make her feel special. I think that's what work for her.
Do you agree, Pooja?
Yeah.
You know, often when we live with our own people who we really love on a daily basis, we don't express ourselves or tell them how much we love them on a regular basis. Pooja, if you want to tell Mama something today, what would you like to tell her?
That she's inspiring. You inspire me, Mom, to
Yeah.
be better, and I hope that I can make all your dreams come true.
Yes.
And thank you for everything that you do.
You're already doing that. She's my princess.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah. No,
She's
this
my
is
superstar.
Yeah, and she's a superstar of the nation.
Absolutely.
I think with many times with mums, you know, you don't tell them a thank you enough because they really do a lot.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's why Mother's Day is great to have, because they just continue to do their jobs so well that sometimes you don't realize how cushioned your life is, because they are running, you know, their life, your life for you. You know, you don't have to worry about little things like when I moved out when I had into my new house,
Yeah.
I was like, there's so much to do that, you know, things that my mom was just already doing. I never had to think about it.
Yeah.
And now I have to run my own life, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, thank you for all that, and I hope everyone
welcome.
makes Mother's
I
Day
think
special.
my mother did it for me, so I'm sure all mothers do that for their kids.
Yeah.
It's part of, it's the way of life.
Yeah. But let me tell you, ma'am, last time I met the sir and I was super enamored. This time I met you and I'm super inspired.
Oh,
and
thank you.
Pooja, of course, she knows I love her.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for this conversation.
Thank you.
I'm really,
My
really happy.
pleasure.
Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the food as
It
well.
was
Yes, the
very
food was
good.
amazing,
Now,
and
after
I
we've
think-
said cut, we're gonna dig in.
Yeah, we should. We should.
And
Thank
to
you so
all
much.
the mothers out there, you all are doing a fantastic job, and don't second guess yourself. You're the superstars and you're going to make the children achieve whatever they want to achieve. Just believe in that.
Yeah. More power, more power.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much. Thank you.
If you like this video,
Please like, share, and subscribe to Pinkvilla.
Pinkvilla.